Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to my stinky 240SX, which actually today is not so stinky because I just cleaned the entire engine bay. And if you look at the before and after on this thing being cleaned, it's actually stunning what I was able to get done on this thing. But what I'm going to show you today is me cleaning it, which is kind of just a segue into being able to easily work on it. And this is something that anyone should do first time you buy a project car. Whether that car has been sitting for a long time or you just don't know the prior history before you bought it, you don't think the owners took care of it. Regardless, if you buy a project car, it's great to just do all this regular maintenance and have peace of mind that you can drive this thing around without messing it up. And the way that I can do that is through multiple maintenance mods, including things like a fuel filter, spark plugs, oil change, and I'm going to walk you guys through the process of how I do all these mods to my project car and give myself peace of mind. And the great thing about a lot of these mods are they're really simple, and it's just easy things, especially on a Nissan like this. This thing is super easy to work on compared to specifically that fucking monster over there. Looks like I broke the bolt off. I'm just going to be showing you guys, walking you through what I do when I first buy a car, just to make it so I'm comfortable driving it on the street. But I hope you guys enjoy, and now I'm going to throw you back to before you could even tell that the inside of this engine bay was white. This one's a little bit crusty. The main thing I want to do is, while I'm in here, just clean this whole engine bay to make it easier to work on. And my plan for that is just to, well, there is no plan actually. I'm gonna do the scrub-a-dub-dub crisp fix, if you know what I'm saying. The first step probably is to disconnect this battery. Now, if you guys don't know, you always want to plug these in backwards because charges faster that way. With that off, I'm just gonna start going crazy. If you don't know what I'm doing, just watch the crisp fix video. You shouldn't actually be watching this. Just go watch crisp fix. Sensei crisp fix, I will make you proud. Yeah, that probably means something bad. And now that we vacuumed up all the goodies, it's time to get this baby wet, starting with the underside of the hood. Look at that shit. That was the better side. Oh my god. Well, it is the next day. That definitely didn't take me like 5 hours is why. But now that this thing is looking incredible, the last thing that I need is going to make the biggest difference, and that's going to be restoring all of the plastic and the trim inside of the engine bay. But before that, I'm going to paint this real quick because it's the only thing that's this rusty in the engine bay. Man, do I wish I did that yesterday. It's not even hot enough out to dry. I'm not really complaining though. If you haven't noticed, I just sat this thing in here. There was an extra bung for like this thing, the little nipple. I don't know what the one on the bottom was for. I cut it off and JB welded it. I think it'll be fine. This is one thing you will never beat, the Meguiar's Trim Restore. Stuff about to make me bust. Tell me that this shit does not look brand new again. That's incredible if you ask me. But the main thing is you do have to clean before you put this stuff on, and then you do have to wipe it off the best you can. So it's not like just magic. Make sure you get every little hose that you see, because that's what's gonna make a big difference from a distance, just having every little thing look brand new. Okay, well now with that done, we could get to the actual things that make a difference in having this thing be reliably and better running than it was when I got it. And the first one is the spark plugs is what we'll do. For now, I'm going to label these. Now, as far as I know, that spark plug doesn't look too bad. But the thing is, I actually don't know anything. So it could be really bad. Hey, but it's an NGK one. By the way, this is a 5/8 spark plug thingy, majingy. This one gave a little bit of an oil scent. Seems like it could be a tad bit oily. Now these sexy NGK ones should have a label on them for which cylinder it is, I think. Yes, sir. These things do strangely use a totally different plug than these ones, which are normal. Okay, my leading theory is I bought these for an 89 to whatever the hell these S13s are, 240SX, and since they're a part made in Japan, I think that it's for the SR20 and not the KA. For now, I'll be running these. I'm not gonna care to clean them. Fuel filter. The beauty of all these maintenance mods are they're super simple. So if you just bought a first car, this is like the best way to get started. My first car is a piece of shit. Hey, I got that off and it only smells like gas. There was no gas. Pretty good. Well, that was quite the large quantity of gasoline inside the fuel filter. You could see like the pool of it down there. Tasty. But at least now I'm smart enough for this part. Flow that way. Okay, and it's in. You know what, when I ordered this thing, I was like, that don't look like an idle control valve, but who am I to judge? But I don't think it is. I also don't know what it is or where it goes, and all it's given me is Kong Auto Black. So, yeah, fuck it. But it's looking pretty sexy. While that battery tray is still just barely finishing drying, I'm going to just do the oil and coolant right now. Now, I bought this Restore and Protect fancy ass bougie shit because, you know, I'm not gonna pretend I know what I'm talking about, but your engine gets a little hungry and it starts eating itself and pooping out metal shavings, but this feeds it so that it doesn't do that. Bro, hold on. What is that? Yeah, I think I might be doing a permanent delete on that one. Well, all right, I did some following of the lines, and that is transmission fluid. Very cool stuff. I guess it cools in the radiator. Never seen that shit before. Probably just because I'm stupid. If you were to care enough, usually there's like a little finger screw at the bottom of the radiator. You would just take that out, and then that allows you to drain out the old stuff. But since I'm not feeling doing all that, and I can't even find the drain, I'm just gonna top off the fluid. And now, after we've fucked up everything else, it's finally time to change the oil. Hey, something's telling me this isn't the right one. You know what? Actually, no, it probably is the right one, because like, it's just missing that outer portion, but the O-rings line up just good. Yeah, that's the one right there. Honestly, maybe that wasn't the one. Well, Nissan, I really gotta hand it to you. That was the fastest and easiest oil change I've ever done in my life. Here's a fun thing too for the engine cleaning portion of this, but if you just color in shit like this with yellow or white, makes a big difference. And of course the oil. Okay, and with all that done, I'm gonna throw the battery in, and the last thing is just fuel cleaner. And you put about 3 ounces of this to every 3 ounces every 10 gallons of fuel. Then it's got little measurements on there. So, but yeah, with that, it's completely done. So I'm just going to throw that battery in. So now that this thing's all been freshened up, everything is clean and refreshed, like the spark plugs, everything is ready to run. Let's actually run the car and see what it sounds like compared to before. It didn't sound very good, if you guys remember. Let's see. Ooh. I mean, it started faster than it normally does. The idle seems to be better. I don't need to give it gas to not have it die. All things that seem like major improvements. And it's running pretty good, honestly. It seems to not sound like it's gonna explode. That's all I ever wanted. Yeah, so I'll probably just put 15 gallons and then put 4.5 ounces of this stuff in there. And that's gonna be the final thing. But for now, thank you guys for watching. Don't be afraid to leave a comment. I respond to all of them. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time.